In 2020, as the world locked down, a shadow grew online. Archetyp Market, a dark web drug empire, was born in the internet's hidden corners. This isn't just about crypto or code, it's about a man named ASNT, a platform that outshone risky street deals, and as well as your relatively harmless substances like weed, shrooms and MDMA, a trade in fentanyl, cocaine, heroin and meth that thrived on the lockdown despair. For over 50 years, the war on drugs has raged, yet somehow the drugs keep winning. This is Documentalists and the story of Archetyp, a tale of addiction, ambition, and a fight that's failing. Let's dive in. It's May 2020 and the world is on pause. Lockdowns trap millions at home, fueling anxiety, depression, and a surge in addiction. In this chaos, a German, only known as ASNT, launches Archetyp Market on the dark web, a hidden internet reachable only through browsers like Tor. It's a drugs bazaar. Cannabis, mushrooms, MDMA, and even the harder stuff, all just a click away. The dark web's draw is clear. It has been known to be safer than the streets. No tense meetups in dark alleys, no risk of violence. Buyers and vendors connect through encrypted chats, they pay with privacy coins such as Monero, and they use reviews to dodge scams. It's online shopping for drugs, made vital when lockdowns disrupted street deals. ASNT, inspired by the Silk Road, told Tarncap.info he wanted to shake up Europe's drug scene. But when you start peddling the hard stuff like fentanyl in a mental health crisis, it's not a revolution, it's just asking for trouble. By 2023, Archetyp was a giant. 600,000 users, 3,200 vendors, 17,000 listings and €250 million in revenue. Hard drugs like fentanyl, cocaine, heroin and meth fueled profits, riding a wave of lockdown-driven despair. Meanwhile, the war on drugs launched by Nixon in 1971 was over 50 years old and drugs were still winning. Archetyp was a dark web titan. By 2023, it topped Dread, the dark web's hub, as the go-to marketplace. Its edge? Trust in a trustless world. Buyers checked vendor ratings, used escrow to avoid scams, and got drugs delivered in the mail. Compared to street deals where you have the chance of getting robbed or worse, Archetyp was a safe bet, especially during lockdowns. From Europe to the globe, its vendors shipped anywhere. Their catalogue was vast, 17,000 listings from cannabis to the dangerous stuff like fentanyl, cocaine and heroin. It's the hard drugs that's the killers. Fentanyl took over 70,000 American lives in 2024. You can bet that things like heroin, cocaine and meth added thousands more. As lockdowns deepened isolation, pushing people more towards booze and drugs, Archetyp's efficiency met that need with deadly precision. What we have to remember is that it's prohibition that has kept this trade underground, and after 50 years of the war on drugs, the black market was stronger than ever. But cracks appeared. Distributed denial of service attacks, aka cyber attacks, hit Archetyp, knocking it offline. In August 2023, Reddit's r/onions buzzed with users panicking over down mirrors. By late 2024, Psychoactive and Dread threads speculated. Hacks, raids, ASNT posted a signed message claiming maintenance, but the dark web's paranoia runs deep. Those outages were a warning. Archetyp's reliability made it a magnet, but it was feeding a crisis. Lockdowns broke spirits and the war on drugs decades in couldn't stop it. June 15th, 2025, and Archetyp vanishes. No warning, no trace. Dread forums explode. Exit scam, hack, cops. Some users joke about a Deadpool betting pool, a grim game of guessing the next market to fall. On June 16th, Europol unveils Operation Deep Sentinel, a global sting that crushed Archetyp. This was a masterstroke. Germany's Federal Criminal Police Office led with the Netherlands, Spain, Romania, Sweden and the US in sync. Over 300 officers stormed in. They nabbed ASNT, the 30-year-old German admin in Barcelona. One moderator and 6 top vendors went down in Germany and Sweden. They seized Archetyp servers in the Netherlands and €7.8 million in crypto, cars and assets. Europol even put out a cheeky video as a bit of a taunt.
I have always been susceptible, especially when it comes to pleasure. Then I met this one guy.
Better to be someone for a day than no one for a lifetime.
I thought he was right, so I started my own biz. You only need a logo, a catchy name, a website, and most importantly, products everyone wants. It worked. And it felt good. But everything comes to an end. Something feels weird.
This bust hit hard because Archetyp's efficiency made harmful substances like fentanyl easier to get than in the streets. With 17,000 listings, it fueled €250 million in deals. Lockdowns may have driven addiction, but the war on drugs over 50 years old couldn't stop the black market from thriving. Operation Deep Sentinel struck a blow, but the war on drugs still seems to be losing ground. Archetyp's fall was a moment, not a solution. Archetyp may be gone, but the dark web doesn't rest. Within hours, Dredd and X were alive with chatter. Rumours swirled that ASNT was out of jail in a day, but Dark Owl analysts shut that down, pointing to the $9 million seized in crypto and assets. Users are already jumping to Abacus and Drug Hub, markets built on the same reliable systems that made Archetyp a powerhouse. This isn't just about one market. Lockdowns left deep wounds, surging mental health struggles and addiction driving people to platforms like Archetyp. Illegal substances thrive in a black market fueled by prohibition. Haven't we learnt from the past? The dark web's safer, streamlined setup makes these drugs far too easy to get. For over 50 years since Nixon's war on drugs began, we fought this battle, yet drugs keep winning. Shutting down Archetyp was a win, but it's fleeting. New markets will rise until we confront the root causes like the broken system that causes the trauma, despair and addiction. Archetyp Market ruled the dark web, born in the despair of lockdowns and fell by a global sting. Its seamless platform put things like fentanyl just a click away, fueling a black market that the war on drugs, now over 50 years old, cannot seem to defeat. Drop a comment below if this story resonated with you. What's the way forward? Because I don't think this is the one. Thanks for watching.